Treaty issues in Canada have remained unresolved for more than a century. In Saskatchewan, efforts are underway to renew the treaty process for all people of the province. It begins here at the treaty table. First Nations and the Government of Canada are finding common ground. They're resolving differences. It's called the Office of the Treaty Commissioner, or OTC. It's a unique, neutral, independent facilitator located in downtown Saskatoon. The Office of the Treaty Commissioner has three main objectives: to recognize the mistakes and injustices of the past, as was done in the 1996 document Statement of Reconciliation; to resolve treaty issues regarding the 5 numbered treaties of Saskatchewan by acting as a mediator between First Nations and the Government of Canada; and to revive the treaty relationship through education. The goal is to chart a new course for First Nations, governments, and all of the people of Saskatchewan. In 1997, the Office of the Treaty Commissioner became an independent, neutral body with more autonomy. A full-time commissioner was appointed, the Honourable Judge David Arnott.
I grew up in Saskatchewan, Barrie, so I know about the diversity of Saskatchewan, but since 1997 as Treaty Commissioner I've had a new perspective because I've been able to meet people from every corner of our province, farmers and their families, small business people, people who have come to Saskatchewan and built a tremendous infrastructure that we have in this province. I met First Nations leaders, the elders, the chiefs, the community people, and you know, we have one thing in common, and it's very clear, it's the treaty relationship. We have to live together in harmony. Everybody wants to see that. And we're anxious to make sure that we have a prosperous future in Saskatchewan. And we'll do that. We'll see people with that same commitment, staying in the province, working together for a prosperous and harmonious future if we understand the treaty relationship and we create the certainty that's required to make sure that we have economic strength and social stability in the future of this province.
In consultation with the provincial government, the treaty right to land for First Nations people is being honored. More than half of all land claims have been resolved. Federal dollars are being spent in Saskatchewan to settle the claims.
Under the treaty land entitlement process, First Nations purchase both Crown lands and privately held lands based on the principle of willing buyer, willing seller. Everyone wins under that process. Under the agreements, over $500 million is being invested in the Saskatchewan economy through land purchases and economic development opportunities. Treaty land entitlement has created a win-win situation for First Nations and all communities in Saskatchewan.
Education is taking important steps forward. Classrooms are hearing about Saskatchewan treaties for the first time. The program, initiated by the OTC, operates in partnership, including the Federation of Saskatchewan Indian Nations, the federal government, and Saskatchewan Education. The program includes special in-services for teachers. Each school receives a resource kit, which includes curriculum supplements, original videos, and books about the history of treaties. It's designed to complement the existing curriculum.
The Office of the Treaty Commissioner provides workshops on treaties in the classroom. We provide those workshops to teachers across the province. We are very proud of the program that is being offered. We feel that the two messages that we try to project in the kit are building harmony and that we are all treaty people. We're going to be adding more materials to the kit so that it will span all of the age grades to establish a knowledge that every child in this province will have that they can take with them as they grow and develop and understand things. And through this knowledge, we gain respect, we gain understanding, and we build a better community.
And it's really rewarding when you see people, because I know teachers and I like teachers, and I really know what they can do. They want to honor children. They want to honor the diversity in their classroom. They want to work with every child who is there. They truly do. And this helps them do that. It gives them an opportunity to do something that they haven't been able to do before, and that's honor and respect the view of another person. That's a significant part of our society.
We don't go out to change people. The information we give them allows them to change, and they take that step forward and they move forward with it. And as we've found, teachers have been very, very good at discovering, self-discovering in particular, and that's allowed them to make that change. And they've come back with a different paradigm, with a different understanding and a new direction. And it really is very humbling for us who are doing the in-services. So.
We are all Treaty Canadians, shaping our future by understanding our past. The Learning Centre at the Office of the Treaty Commissioner offers interactive history for students and adults of all ages, including multimedia, crafts, role play, and special guests. It's a showcase of history and the arts, providing unique avenues to explore treaties, the treaty relationship, and First Nations culture.
When groups come into the Learning Centre, they have a wide range of options when they come. We've had storytelling with Joseph Naitauhau. We've had drumming with our elders, Elder Kaitohat, elders teaching with our elder Alma Kaitohat also. We're not only talking and discussing treaties, but we're also answering questions in regards to First Nations in general. We've had individuals from business organizations, we've had school groups come in from First Nations and non-First Nation schools. We have classrooms coming in to supplement or to complement the program that we have called Teaching Treaties in the Classroom. A lot of the educators come in wanting to have some more information or the traditional teachings from an elder. The teachers that come into the Learning Centre really enjoy the environment. It gives their children an experience outside of the classroom, and they've expressed their surprise when they come into such a learning centre because they never knew anything like this existed. There's no charge for any of the programming. If you would like to come to the Learning Centre, you would contact by calling 244-2100, or you could contact us through email.
All of the historical teachings and the contemporary treaty process are overseen by First Nations elders.
I asked that question one time to my mother, and I asked her, when do you become an elder? Dans piho me matki teiwin. Teiwin means that's what we call our elders. It's that person with a keen mind. It's that person with a lot of wisdom. Through experience, he's got a lot of wisdom. That's what an elder means to us. A person that can we look up to as a role model in the home, in the community.
Elders are an integral part of the advancement of treaty issues and the treaty relationship. They're called upon for their clarity and wisdom to guide treaty talks and to inspire harmony in all aspects of life.
This is what we have to have. We've got to have a commissioner. We have to have a table where we can talk, where we can have dialogue. We can throw the bannock on a table and see how best we can slice it, you know. Let's put the puzzle back together. The puzzle is relationship. The puzzle's the treaty is the way of our future.
Treaty awareness information is available to everyone in Saskatchewan free of charge through the OTC Speakers Bureau. Men and women from all walks of life speak about treaties and the treaty relationship. They talk to business leaders, educators, churches of all denominations, service clubs, and town hall meetings. Demand for Speakers Bureau is growing.
The Speakers Bureau is varied in terms of the questions that we get asked about treaties. The most important aspect of the treaty relationship is the spirit and the intent. And we hope to cover that information in the hour or 2 hours or sometimes all day that we have an opportunity to be with our participants. We have the opportunity to tailor-make the presentations for the client depending on their needs. We offer the opportunity for people to understand about the treaty relationship, and through that they will learn about the 5 treaties that are in our province, who are the First Nations people, who signed treaty, why they signed treaty, and how come the contemporary issues are so relevant today based on the historical information. We are very fortunate because we have great Speaker Bureau members from all over Saskatchewan in the province who are experts in their field, and because of that we are able to tailor-make our presentations for the client. In most cases, people want to understand the treaty relationship between the First Nations and the Crown, and at the end they also want to truly understand how we can all work together.
The Office of the Treaty Commissioner hosts a wealth of information. The library and archives contain both oral history sources and written historical documents. There are also copies of 2 books commissioned by the OTC, Treaty Elders of Saskatchewan offers the wisdom and worldview of the First Nations people. Bounty and Benevolence is a unique historical book on how Saskatchewan treaties were made. Details on all of the OTC's educational material can be found on its interactive website.
We're constantly updating it and changing it at the request of the people of Saskatchewan. If they have questions, we try to respond to them through documentation, through video, or whatever means we're capable of on our website. For example, clubs, service organizations, and school groups who want to learn more about the Speakers Bureau can access our website, learn about the Speakers Bureau before they might want to actually engage the Speakers Bureau in an event. Other surfers might be interested in the political process that's going on, or even just to inform themselves about the history of the treaty relationship.
We are witnessing profound change in relations between the federal government and the First Nations of Saskatchewan. These changes are historic. A paradigm shift is occurring, from the paternalistic approach of the Indian Act to one built upon the partnership of the treaty relationship.
We need harmony in our province. The way to get that is to see respect. How do you get respect? You need understanding. How do you get understanding? You need knowledge. How do you get knowledge? You need education. Education is the cornerstone for a harmonious future in the province of Saskatchewan.